here with us on Overdrive. BMW Motorrad's urban mobility solution has us completely baffled. Is it a scooter? Is it a motorcycle? Well, it's somewhere in between and it's completely electric. Let's go check it out. It's the BMW CE 02.
There are so many things in life which are not supposed to be analyzed or understood all the time. Some of them are just supposed to be loved and enjoyed. This is the BMW CE 02. So why am I confused? Look at this bike. For example, the price. With this Highline option pack, the ex-showroom price is almost 5 lakh rupees. Then look at the size and the dimension. This floating seat design, which is pretty comfortable, but comfortable for one rider. The pillion might not be comfortable. And look at the seat height, just 745 mm. And most importantly, the tested range is just 108 kilometers. So why did I say that this feels like a concept which went into production without any compromises? So let's take a look at those features, so those aspects which I find really interesting, very distinct and quirky. According to the official presentation, the BMW CE 02 is a piece of street art. That simplifies the story for us. When you introduce any creation as a piece of art, it opens up the world of interpretation. So is the case with CE 02. Technically, the cheapest electric vehicle from BMW at an ex-showroom price of Rs 4.49 lakh, but it's not a typical BMW by any standards. Neither a track machine nor a bike you would want to take on a transcontinental ride. CE 02 is more of a statement for customers looking at something unique, youthful and playful to match their garage's BMWs. It was developed in Germany and produced in India at the TVS plant in Hosur. So let's start with the context and dimensions first. This weighs 142 kilos. The seat height is 745 mm, and just for your reference, I am 6'3", almost 6'3", so this is not that small, maybe in the frame. Look at this floating seat design. The seat is pretty comfortable. The riding style or riding stance is also pretty comfortable. CE 02 comes with a very quirky and unusual design. The boxy body on a torsionally rigid double-loop frame made of tubular steel. Telescopic forks operate at the front and a single-sided swing arm and a directly pivoted shock absorber at the rear. Plus, wide tires on all black aluminum wheels give a very skateboardish look. You sit low on a narrow seat and have an option of 2 leg positions in solo mode. Relax on the rider footrests or sporty dynamic on the pillion footrests. I wasn't sure how I looked on the camera, but I felt connected as a rider, especially when I transferred my foot onto the rear pegs. You get 3 riding modes in CE 02, Flow, Surf and Flash, where Flash mode is part of the Highline package, which is optional. That means an extra 50,000 rupees. The Highline package includes gold anodized fork, distinctive tape designs, and a smartphone holder which can work as an extension to the 3.5-inch TFT screen fitted on the bike. Plus a faster 1.5 kilowatt charger and heated grips. With the help of this bigger charger, 20 to 80% state of charge can be achieved in 102 minutes. And this 3.9 kilowatt hour air-cooled lithium-ion battery will take around 3.5 hours to charge from 0 to 100. But the standard charger with CE 02 is a smaller one, 0.9 kilowatt capacity, which might take more than 5 hours. The bike promises a range of 108 kilometers under test conditions. The suspension is not very rigid. It's pretty balanced, I would say, pretty comfortable, I would say, even on broken roads. But what I did, maybe that was my own hack, I was riding like this, but in case of sudden jolts or potholes, I felt that impact on my back. So what I did, I moved my foot back and then I had some cushion. So that way, it's a comfortable ride, enjoyable ride. One thing which stood out, which I liked the most, was the refinement and control at slow speeds. This was very interesting. I mean, the accelerator, the throttle was not snappy, it was not unpredictable. So even at slow speeds, you could ride it easily, take it in and out of any parking or dense traffic. So it's very easy to use in those scenarios, those conditions. So that was something which stood out. I really liked it. When you rev it further, it's not like a speed machine. It's not like pocket rocket. It goes fast. This produces around 15 PS of power and 55 Newton meters of torque. So it's pretty potent and power is adequate. But again, as I mentioned, not a pocket rocket either. Riding the CE02 is an interesting experience in the city traffic. A, it guarantees you a lot of attention, and B, it is agile and lean enough to dart out of any traffic. For context, the design and silhouette of this bike reminded me of Honda Navi, but more proportional. This bike's positioning is more playful, but it has a solid practical side as well. The seat is comfortable, the cushioning is good, the straight line ride quality and fast turns don't scare you at all. The acceleration is smooth and braking is efficient, precise. However, you only get ABS on the front brake, which meant a tire screeching noise from the rear every time I slammed the brake. The CE02 is a comfortable, engaging machine, but e-parkourer? I'm not sure. The image of parkour in my mind involves a lot of jumping around, and I expected something similar, but whatever time I spent with the CE02, it didn't feel like an eager jumper. Even over regular speed bumps at regular speeds, it showed its way. The landing wasn't as planted as I expected. Having said that, the ride in itself is consistent, spirited, and confident. Whether it's regular traffic or fast-moving like the Great Noida Expressway traffic.
Well, it's time to wrap up this week's edition of Overdrive. But remember, you can stay in touch with the team through our various social media platforms, and you can write to us on YouTube as well. We'll see you next week. Until then, goodbye. Many thanks for watching. Drive and ride safe.